Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy KAIO and I'm back again this time to give you another One Piece video, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my review of One Piece chapter 1020. Now before I get into this review, I know that next week's chapter is going to be a day late because of the Olympics, I'm guessing. So it's coming out on Monday the 9th, but because it's my missus' birthday, don't expect a chapter review from me. So the day after is when it will come out. So let's actually kick into today's chapter. And before I talk about Black Maria and Robin, of course I want to talk about Kaido and Yamato. And I just want to say, whew, I am glad that we didn't get Kaido's backstory, even just that little glimpse, because I thought that this chapter might actually be the starting of Kaido's backstory like throughout the whole chapter. But I'm so glad it wasn't, because I did have a video prepped. I still have it prepped, it's still coming out, but I wanted to release it before this chapter. But because I was ill, and don't worry, it isn't what you think it is, I just had a cold, I'm all better now. But because I wanted to get it out before this chapter, just in case the backstory happened, of course, it didn't happen. The chapter dropped, luckily, no backstory. So that will still come out, it will come out before next week's chapter. But what we did get in the chapter, I was really happy with, because we find out that Yamato is a mythical, well, a rare mythical wolf. So I thought it was going to be a tiger, but I didn't really want to rule out a wolf, because when you look at the way that Yamato's design is, I thought we'd probably go more towards the tiger, because I did explain about, you know, like the whole Chinese dragon and the tiger. So that's why I went to sort of edge it more towards that. But here's a wolf. But still, I think it's pretty cool. I still like the design of Yamato, and yeah, I hope we get to see more of that. I don't want to see Yamato fall out of it, but it depends on how hard Kaido actually goes, because I just like the way they started doing like the whole sort of like Dragon Ball like ref stuff. So it was like, you see Yamato go back, fly forward with like a blast, and you see Kaido just standing there. Like, he didn't even need to rev up, he just shot it out while he was smiling. It was great. But I love how Kaido is winding up Yamato, and Yamato's just not having any of it. Like, it's like he's agreeing with Yamato, but twisting it, and Yamato's getting pissed off, and then, yeah, Yamato's trying to attack. But it's like, I find it weird, because though we've got Yamato's Devil Fruit reveal, and we're seeing Yamato in this form right now, but she's still saying, I'm no match. It's weird, like, because I was really expecting something, like, massive from Yamato, but hopefully we get to see Yamato do some damage on her own father. But, of course, that's something we'll have to wait and see, because it was very, like, short. But I enjoyed it for what we got. So moving that out of the way and moving on to the main event, we got the starting of Black Maria versus Robin. Now, Robin, do you know what? I love that woman. I feel like every single chapter I read, when we get some like in-depth stuff on like Robin, whether it's like, you know, her reading or just finding out more stuff or just seeing her in general. I know she's not my top one waifu. I know that there are people that love Robin, that is their waifu, but I just fall more and more in love with that woman like each time, because she just like has such an amazing look, an amazing smile. And I know we all guessed it, that her mum, Professor Clover and Sol, we knew that they were fake. She knew it was fake. Like, just seeing tears brew up in her eyes and like she's smiling, it's like, for some reason that still hit me. I don't know why, but it just did. And I'm like, it made me wonder, that's obviously what she would be like, but I think she'd be obviously a lot more emotional, because she knew that was fake. But it's like, I still feel like that hit her in a way, because it's still like seeing the people that she loves, like the three main people of her childhood that she cared about: her mum, Professor Clover, and Sol. But obviously it's a bit different now that she's grown up. I feel like if it was a Straw Hats, obviously like they're all one big family to her. I still feel like it hit her, and it just like pissed her off, but she showed it as if like she's smiling and crying. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get you, Black Maria. But you know, she just like slapped him out of the way, so that was cool. And it's like Brooke was trying to warn her, and I find it funny, like the little conversations, like, well, you could have told me that you knew that it was fake rather than just like letting it happen. And she's like, oh, we're very similar then, aren't we? Because obviously Brooke knows from the time period that he was dead, and you know, like he was on his own on the ship until like the Straw Hats found him like on the actual ship where he died. And it's just like, we saw those like moments like when he was on the ship. I think it was like during his memory, like when he was talking about it, how you heard like all the crew members like laughing and everything like that. And it's like he was having conversations. It's like he felt like he was in that mode, and he was talking to them and they were laughing because he was trying to do like his whole 45-degree angle type thing. And yeah, you just felt sorry for Brooke. But it was nice that they said, oh, how similar that they actually are. So I really like that little touch that they had. But of course the main event is that Brooke is actually fighting the subordinates, just like I thought he would, while Robin deals with Black Maria. Now guys, the one part that I've been really looking forward to talking about in this chapter review is something that Robin said, which made us so goated in this chapter. and that is when she was talking about Sanji. And not just because of Sanji, but I did see that there was a little bit of a translation issue with this. But I kind of got it straight away, if you know what I mean, before seeing this translation issue that I saw on Twitter from Sandman. So the way that she puts it in the chapter is that she says that Sanji's like the wings of the Pirate King. And I'm thinking, well, wings? Well, no, because Zoro and Sanji are the wings of the Pirate King, being Luffy, or the future Pirate King. So I know that's exactly what it was meant to say, but because of the translation, I think it was put wrong. I think it was supposed to say that Sanji is one of the wings, because when you look at it, you've got Luffy, and if you spread out two wings, you can have one of them being like Zoro and the other one being Sanji. When you've got a character like Luffy who is going to be the next Pirate King, it's going to make them soar. So they're going to be going up. That's the way Luffy wants to go. He wants to go up. And when you've got your monster trio, your two strongest guys, I know Jinbei's there, I get it, and the possibility of Yamato if Yamato joins at the end of the arc. But with these two, that is the monster trio, and it's the way that Black Maria's saying, oh well, Sanji's this, that, and the fourth, and he's relying on you, and Robin's smiling and saying that, yeah, he's relying on me, but he's won. Oh, I love doing this. I love the way she does her moves. But yeah, the way she's saying that Sanji is one of the wings of the Pirate King, it's like, yeah, I can see that. I'm just imagining Luffy just standing there, and then you've got Zoro here and Sanji here, or the other way around. It doesn't really matter. But the fact that they're the wings, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. That was my favourite moment, and it's the one thing, as you guys know, I didn't mention right at the start because I wanted to leave it as a surprise for this bit. You guys know I love it when Luffy comes back. The fact that Luffy got back up, I loved it. But this moment, goated. Goated when she was standing there, saying with a smile on her face, saying that Sanji is one of those wings. Because we know that Zoro is the other one. And that's the way it is. But that moment, Robin, goated. Goated. And that's all I've got to say on that matter. And then as she goes to attack Black Maria, she does something amazing. Are you ready for this? There's her down here, doing her moves and everything, and there's just this really big, beautiful Robin that comes out behind her. It's great. She's such a stunning, amazing woman, just with such a good personality, such a good heart, and Robin's just amazing. But do you know what? It feels like to me that it's actually setting up for the next chapter. I don't think we're going to move away. I'll be very surprised if we do, because the way that Oda's been doing these chapters, with Jinbei and Who's Who, it's just going through each and every single Straw Hat now. And obviously the Straw Hats did win. Of course we had Nami, but I don't really count Nami as a fight. She just, defeated Ulti. That was that. But yeah, it just seems like he's now trying to get all the fights done and out of the way with. The pacing has been really, really good with these chapters. And with this chapter as well, it just really showcased it. It's we didn't have no dragging. This is the type of pacing I wish we had towards the end of Whole Cake Island. Well, middle to the ending of it. It was fine when it was Luffy versus Katakuri, but you guys know, in the forest, it was just too long. The pacing was just horrible. So that's what I wish we had. But I feel like Oda's learned from that, and he's just yeah, I need to speed this up. So I think the next chapter will be a full chapter of the fight between Robin and Black Maria. And I think that's where the fight will end, because I've noticed that Oda's wanting to wrap up these fights within one chapter, because now the fact that Luffy is awake as well, we know it's getting to that time where it's going to be mainly focusing on Luffy and Kaido, and of course the backstories will happen before that. So I feel like Oda wants to get these fights done and out of the way with. So if not a chapter, I think a chapter and a half, and then we'll go on to the next Straw Hat. Maybe we might see Zoro getting ready to gear up maybe against King, because we know that Luffy and Zoro are now back up. Well, Luffy's not back up at the moment, but I will talk about him at the end. I think after the Robin and Black Maria fight, we will move on. Maybe it'll be Sanji versus Queen, who knows, or we'll have, Zoro, like I said, matching up against King. That's if it happens. Maybe we'll get to go straight to Marco and King. But you know what? I'm actually really enjoying the way that Oda's doing this, the way that he's doing these fights. Because do you know what? This is what I love about Oda, is just the way that he'll give you the massive info dumps, and he'll really break into it. He'll be right, this is what we're going to give these guys. But when it comes to the fights, it feels like the fights are just picking up real quick, and they're ending really quick as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how Toei does it. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It kind of feels like it's getting that Enies lobby look to it now, where we're seeing the fights that ended them, bang, 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 and then we're finally going to catch up to Luffy versus Kaido at the end. So, yep, Robin versus Black Maria, really looking forward to it, really hyped to see what Robin is going to show us. Anyway, moving them out of the way, we're now getting towards my guy, my boy, my GOAT, Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy is now back up and ready to rumble. Of course, he's had every single bit of meat that he can, but of course, they've now run out. But the little conversation with Momonosuke, this is why I love how blunt Luffy is, and even Shinobu comments on it. It's like, you're so harsh on him, but Luffy does it for a good reason. There's no point just like beating around the bush. Just say it as it is. And I just like the way that he's relying on Momonosuke to get him back up there, because I was always wondering what he's going to do. And I remember, obviously, way back in Punk Hazard, like, it triggered that moment. Like, way back in Punk Hazard, they're trying to climb all the way up, and you see, like, Momonosuke just climbing, like, the clouds and everything like that. I feel like this is going to be a lot better. I don't know why, but I just got this feeling that because of Luffy's inspiration and like Momonosuke just suddenly stopped crying, and the way that Luffy's relying on it, it's like Momonosuke is going to have that moment. I feel like next chapter, before we actually get the Robin and Black Maria like full-on chapter, I think the first page is where we'll see Luffy getting ready to like gear up and, you know, sit with Momonosuke, and Momonosuke starts to go up. Because this is going to be a very, very important like moment for Momonosuke. It makes me wonder, is Momonosuke and Shinobu actually going to be up on the roof and witnessing the fight, well, the final fight between Luffy and Kaido? And it makes me wonder, how is Momonosuke going to feel towards this? Because yes, Momonosuke can obviously like talk to everyone now, so I feel like he'll be like, guys, okay, like Luffy and Kaido, they're going to fight. Luffy's definitely going to win, and everyone's going to be waiting for that confirmation of Luffy actually defeating Kaido. So I'm actually quite excited to see how Momonosuke actually learns from this. Not just Luffy, but if they get up there like I'm predicting they will after, you know, hearing Yamato's backstory, it makes me wonder, what is Momonosuke gonna learn, like from hearing Yamato's like backstory and just then seeing Luffy go up against Kaido and just seeing like the inspiration, like two possible inspirational people. Luffy definitely confirmed, but Yamato could be that second person to be confirmed like as a massive inspiration for Momonosuke. So I'm really excited for his character. I feel like Momonosuke is going to get some big character development here. Not just him, but also seeing Shinobu's reaction, because we know how much he loved Oden, but also hearing it from Yamato and then just seeing Luffy in action against Kaido. I feel like they're both going to have like those moments where like, I can't believe this is happening, but I can see Momonosuke just having those moments. Maybe Momonosuke may even join the fight. I could see that happening, but I don't see it really like being a big like thing with Momonosuke. It's gonna be like one of those like Konohamaru moments against Pain or something like that. Yeah, no, I'm very excited for the next chapter. The pacing's great. I want Oda to keep up with that. It's very, very good, and that's what his info dumps. Then take your time. But with these things, just keep it going the way that he is, and yeah, Wano is just going to end beautifully, best pacing, and it's just going to be the ultimate end to Wano, so I'm looking forward to it. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Make sure you smash this video with a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, that would be amazing. Make sure to smash the notification bell so you guys never ever miss a post, and I will see you guys for the next video. So until then, see ya.